With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Y'all gonna be mad today. Lightweight. It's time to bleed this morning. True Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And shout out to the real fighters trying to get things done. I'll show you the difference in character, the difference in pursuing greatness, the difference in maintaining integrity, the difference in real fighters actually giving a crap about their place in history in this thankless sport. Well, when I say thankless, I mean as it pertains to us, the true supporters. Let's do this roll call real quick. Rick Blackwell in the building, salute. Aaron Jordan, Pete Davenport, early in that super chat. He says, peace to the big bro. I'll be in the building listening. I don't always speak in the chat, but I'm always on deck. Keep staying true. That's why I never left. God forever, man. Your salute to you, good brother Pete. Always support, man. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much, brother. Much love. Thank you. Darryl Big G, Todd Swindle, Mind of Monson Moose, my brother. Salute. Rod Neal, Ball Masters Football, G McCall. Sensei's in the building, Stormy B-Man, Razor, Andrew Gray, Main Biker, Dirt Gang Boss, salute. Main Event Mark, Cedric Taylor in the building. Vince, what's going on? Eric H, The Brothers UK, Sam Mack, what's going on? Jalen Hudson, Joe, what's going on? ES in the building, 88 Sports Talk, Light Eyes, Andre Jones, salute. Smash the like button, like and share the video. Let's get to it. So I just got some news as per our brother Blue Blood Sports TV. Bud's making moves. Bud's making moves. He doesn't care if it's Errol. He doesn't care. Mo G, what up? He don't care if it's Sebastian Fundura. He don't care if it's Jamal Charlo. He doesn't care if it's Tim Tszyu. He wants all the smoke. And he's trying to collect everything at 154. Right? $1 trillion dreams, bro, I don't know. I ain't want to talk politics, bro. Crazy. Bud wants all the smoke. Bud's trying to get stuff done. I'm Amanda. Salute. Where you been? Bud doesn't care. If you're mentioned in the same sentence as him, he's like, so what's up? And if you're in his division, let's be clear. He's also trying to get that Canelo Alvarez smoke. He wants to handle his business at 154. He's on a specific route. And if the business doesn't get in the way, he definitely wants that smoke at 168. This isn't a discussion of who do you think wins. I'm not on that. The point is he wants to smoke. Period. I can respect that. And what if he goes in the line that he's going and he keeps winning? Well, you know what? Let me be clear. I don't care if he loses along the way. I can respect the road travel. Remember when I did a video about that? Using that line, I can respect the road travel. I don't have a problem with a top tier fighter like Bud Crawford along the way in his endeavor. You know, if he loses along the way, it don't matter. I thought Errol was going to beat him. He whooped on Errol, but I don't look at Errol any less. Who did he lose to? Bud. I'm cool. He didn't go in another direction trying to take a light fight and you know, it turns out the guy was a little tougher than he thought. I'd rather guys like Errol or Bud, I'd rather those guys lose to their contemporaries than have a hard fight but still win against somebody that's like barely in the top 10. Okay, you can't get your business together with your contemporary, so I'm gonna have a stay busy fight, and that stay busy fight turns into a life or death situation. And it's like, what? They end up going 12 rounds. They win on the cards, but it was like, man, that was a little tougher than we thought, wasn't it? I don't like stuff like that. You got to strike while the iron's hot. All of this posturing and stuff, this is what the business moves. Listen, man. It made no damn sense. Todd French in that super chat, salute. He says, morning, my brother, lightweight. I have been missing the lives in the morning. I'm interning at my dream job. Oh, man, that's great. Then going to my second job. Keep cooking. Yo, bro, much love and appreciation. I'm glad you're doing what you love, man. And that's all that matters. Do what you love. If you could do what you love and get paid at it too, even if you're interning it, you're getting your feet wet, you're learning, that's great, man. I love to hear that. And then you're going to your second job. You see, this brother Todd is busy. And while you're doing that, you know, I'm not even secondary. I'm not even third. You know, you can catch the replay. Much love and appreciation, Todd. Much love, man. I appreciate your support. And you keep cooking, brother. It's all about you, good brother. And stay positive and stay blessed, man. And enjoy that. For real, enjoy that. Much love and appreciation. Black Gun Owners Magazine in that super chat. Salute. He says, salute Drew and the family. Hit the like and the color chat. And color the chat. Salute, man. Much love and appreciation, you guys. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Kai World, salute. Jeff Spark in the building. Salute. Aaron Butler. Corey, what's going on? Peter the Great. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it on Bernie. He Bud explained everything on Bernie's channel. I saw it. Min second, salute. So Bud wants all the smoke. Hold on, let me pull something up real quick. All right. Pull something else up. I'm sorry. All right. I go to BoxRec real quick. Pull some stuff up. Ay. Oh my gosh, bro. Okay. I had to go. I pulled up Canelo Alvarez record, and I just pulled up Tank Davis record. And it's like man, these guys, man, weekend at Rennie, salute. I don't understand, bro. I mean, these fans today are different. You know, Trick Noty, my brother in the building, salute, man. Much love and appreciation. Thank you, good brother, for showing up. You know what today's fans are? And I said this before, and it bears repeating. Today's boxing fanatics. They remind me now. I don't know how old a lot of you are in the chat. Some of you are my age, and I don't know if even the younger generation, if you can relate to what I'm about to say. I don't know, but follow me on this. Back in the day, you know, there was no internet, nothing like that. Our plug to our culture, our entertainment and things of that nature. Our plug to the culture was magazines. We had a magazine called Word Up. We had a magazine called Right On. This was even before the Source magazine. This is way before that. We're talking the 80s, y'all. And I remember those magazines would have posters of whatever artist was hot at the time, pull out posters. And it was pretty much for the girls. It was pretty much for the girls. You'll be reading the articles and seeing pictures, like exclusive backstage pictures from the latest concerts. New Edition is performing, and this is how far back I'm going. This is before Johnny Gill came to New Edition, and I remember, back then, who was like all over the radio, and I'll Be Sure, right? I mean, this is how far back I'm going. So the girls would be at the lunchroom table and they'd be going through the magazine, and then they all start screaming, ah! Like, oh, okay, they must have found the I'll Be Sure picture. And the girl would take out the poster, try not to rip the magazine, and take out the poster. Or LL Cool J, ah! Right? And we were like, look, like, damn, it's not that serious. Right? So every now and again, we'd be like, yo, y'all screaming, it's not that serious, relax. You're just jealous. Like, yo, okay, I mean, they've been playing that song on the radio, I'm tired of hearing it. It's okay, man, relax. Don't be talking about my baby. Huh? You're in 8th grade. He's your baby? What are you talking? Shut up. But this is how ridiculous. But you're looking back and it's like, it's a little girl. It's a little girl. One more time. It's a little girl. So when I got older, I understood. I said, look, okay, they're infatuated. They have a hit song. The dude's handsome to them. And okay, but that's what girls do. Now, fast forward to when they get older, not much really changes. These same girls, now women are going to concerts and passing out. Now when they can move around by themselves, some of them turn into groupies, right? Right? And that artist could do no wrong, right? What does that sound like to y'all? Todd French in that super chat salute, he says, in the days when we kept jet mags in the bathroom. Oh man, bro, listen. I firmly believe the reason why I got big arms is because of Jet magazine.
Whoa! What the it's kind of pretty before it gets started.
Don't! I mean, the Jack action was crazy. The Jack action was crazy. I mean, every month, those sisters. And there were no thongs back then. There were no thongs back then. There was no booty shots back then. Do y'all know that? They weren't even turning profile. They would just be standing there by a pool or in a living room in a maybe a 2-piece bikini or 1-piece. And them sisters were fine. Yep. Smooth palms and big arms. Hello. Take that little magazine in the bathroom and come out dizzy. Like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Janet Johnson, from Philly, whatever the sister's name is, had her hair in braids and curvy, natural, no BBLs, in a one piece. Be back. Hit that bathroom, come out. Soft palms and big arms. Why the cocoa butter disappearing so fast? What's going on? I don't know. Doop. I don't know. Meanwhile, 13 years old, you got all these veins in your forearms. What's going on? Those Jet Magazine's words safe. Oh! Oh, God. Wait, who's that? Nikki Swasey Seaton? Let's go to Google. Nikki Swasen. Wait, what's her name? Seaton? Oh, shoot. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I remember her. Oh, she's beautiful. I remember her. Okay, yeah, I can't look at this though, Trick, because you know why? I still see her as a little girl and feel like a creep. Todd French in that super chat, he says they were college educated as well. Gorgeous. Exactly. All of those sisters was educated. If I was to imagine, I don't think they put it seemed like you had to meet a certain criteria to become the Jet Beauty of the Week. You had to meet a certain criteria. You had to be educated, and probably one of those criteria is you couldn't be a parent out of wedlock. I don't know. But those sisters, they told you where they came from. They always mentioned the college that they attended or graduated from. And they were beautiful on top of that. Brains and beauty. Oh, how we've fallen. And think about it. There were no booty shots. It was just front. They were just in the front. That's it. Yep. And man, have we just fell. We fell in the mud. Main biker in that super chat, he said forehead sweating and veins popping out, one arm, exactly. Oh, man. Good times. Oh, man. Anyway, boxing, please. I know people pulling up like, what are y'all, Jet Beauty? What's going on here? By the way, that picture of Tank right there, this just in, that wasn't his nasty ass baby mama that did that. Word on the street is he was coming out Al Heyman house. What? I'm just kidding, but not quite, but I am, but maybe. Allegedly, but I don't know. But you know, nowadays, these guys, they love them some Canelo, they love them some, Tank,
Man crush.
Can I ask y'all a question? Word slip, yeah, money shot. Can I ask y'all a question? True story. Whose fan base is stronger? Bud's or Tank's? Yeah, King's Vengeance, it might be Ryan's. It might be. That's probably why his baby mama flipped on him. Why is Ryan texting you at 3 a.m.? That's my friend. Javante, why is there a dick pic in here? I don't know. Hen Dog, salute. Who has a stronger fan base, y'all? Hen Dog said, I think it's Bud. Slip the Jet said it's Bud. Maybe I should rephrase the question. Who has more protection? As it pertains to their career thus far? Is it Tank or Bud? Bert, salute, Bert. Yeah, I think it's Tank. Can I ask why? As a fight fan, who's giving you more quality work? Bud or Tank? Bud fought his ultimate contemporary. It was Errol Spence, bro. It was Errol Spence. That's it. His ultimate contemporary. He fought him and beat him. Beat him down for undisputed. And he was undisputed in 2 divisions. And said, I'd rematch you. I will rematch you at, didn't he say 54? Screw the belts. Let that go. Fine. But I'll run it back with you at 54 since that was a problem. Fight hasn't happened yet. But he's not saying I'm not doing it. He's up for, he didn't say no rematch, no rematch, no rematch. He says, okay, let's run it back. All right, no, not for undisputed, just run it back out of principle, whatever. And then everyone wants to go in the direction of Fundora and, all of that's happening. But what I'm saying is Bud is with the shits. Anthony, what up? He's with it. Educate me, y'all. Why was Tank never undisputed at 130? I'm just asking. Edgar, salute. Why wasn't he undisputed at 130? I'm just asking. I know the answer, but I just want to hear what y'all think. I'm going somewhere with this. All right, 126. He was there, right? Why didn't he clean it up? I'm just asking. Does anybody know? Is there a reason for it? I'm just asking. Maybe y'all know something I don't. Yeah, Rod, Tank a star. I'm just asking. He want to fight Tevin Farmer or Shockey Foster? Possibly. Abdul, salute. Yeah, I know, Abdul. That's the reason. He outgrew 126. Fine. So then he goes to 130, right? Why didn't he clean up 130? Is it because of the same reason? He outgrew 130? Well, let's stop right there. If he outgrew those weights, because I know he missed weight. I know that. This was kind of like a trick question, but y'all smart. Slip says, ask a diehard Tank fan. if Tank versus Roach is pay-per-view worthy, and they are paying for it. They ain't paying for that, Slip. And you know what? That's probably going to be the only... You know what? They better pay for it. All of them. Tank fans worldwide. I don't care where you are on this planet. You better pay for it. You better pay for it, because that might be the only event that I'm going to be curious about the numbers. The only one. Because outside of that, I'm feeling they're all going to be the Fire Stick Force.
Activate interlock. Dynatherms connected. Infracells up. Mega thrusters are go.
Fire Stick Force unite. Yeah, youngsters don't know about that. The jokes are just going over your head, and that's cool. So 126, he outgrew it. 130 outgrew it. But Leonard Ellerby told us Tank really a 126 pounder. At the same time, the same kid beats up heavyweights in the gym. He was caught saying that. Wasn't he saying that on a hot mic? Didn't he say that? He said something like that. Whatever. Tank a star. Whatever. Whatever. So he outgrows 126. He outgrew 130, right? That's why he ain't, Ramel, salute. That's why he ain't become undisputed in none of those divisions. Because he's outgrowing. I don't want to call him a little porker, although I've seen him out of shape. But he outgrows it. So now he's at 135. Oh, yeah. 135. He never considered cleaning up 135? Asking for a friend. Yeah, sure, he said he wants to do it now. And at this point, he's not actively doing anything to become undisputed. Is Baranchek busy, by the way? Does he have any work lined up? I don't know. Does he? Y'all tell me. 919, salute. Where you been? Does he have any work lined up, Baranchek? Because he got a belt. You call him. There's 4 champions at 135. He's not going to clean up any of that because Tank beats everybody. Yeah, exactly. Slip the jab. I'm very curious as to how well it's going to do. AJ, salute. I'm very curious. I want to know how well it's going to do. I want to know. I'm curious. Because he done told y'all, I'm fighting Lamont Roach, and y'all going to like it. If you don't, F you with a lit flare. That's basically what he said. Mark, what up? It's basically what he said. He's like, I'm doing it, and I ain't going to do nothing about it. F out of here. That's exactly what he said. He don't care. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. That's Tank Davis with the Michael Jackson video. Shoot me, out him and screw me. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. And he's like all the way to the ring like this. Jason, what up? You don't care about y'all. Y'all are about to pay $80. And I don't even know what the undercard's going to look like. Hopefully for y'all, because I'm not paying for it. Hopefully for y'all, the undercard is fire. By the way, shout out to Turk Al-Sheikh. Rider season. Latin version of Rider season. Let me read to you the fight card. Zurdo Ramirez, cruiserweight. This for the cruiserweight title. The WBA and WBO. That's a unification. Zurdo Ramirez is the main event versus Chris Billum Smith from the UK. Co-main event, Jose Ramirez versus Arnold Barbosa. That's for the WBO super lightweight title. It's an eliminator. Title eliminator. William Zepeda versus Tevin Farmer. Lightweights. Oscar Collazo and, oh man, I love these Filipino names. No, I think he's Thai. How do you say this guy? Thamanun Nyamong Trong. No idea who that is. The opening bout is Oscar Duarte. We know who that is. Versus Kenneth Sims. WBA super lightweight title eliminator. Rider season. A couple of fighters on there that I'm not familiar with, but that's a pretty good card. I'm gonna pay for that. DJ Zion Love, salute. Young Abel in the building. Players ball. Isaac, salute. So Turk Al-Sheikh is giving you hits. Prime is hit or miss. Boss. So you Tank fans, just off a general principle. So general principle for, let me say so y'all can understand. Just off a GP. You know how many I remember this kid, you say, just off a GP. I'm gonna do this just off a GP. I said, what's GP? And you ever saw like a car break down, like a machine just stopped working? Like, because he was like, so you're using lingo that you don't know what it means. I say, hey, bro, general principle. Don't forget that. General principle. That's what it means. That's what off a GP means. General principle. So, off of general principle and your unconditional support for Tank Davis, all of you Tank fans, better buy that pay-per-view, because if you don't, that's going to be probably the only time I'm going to look up the numbers. I'm going to wait about a week or two. And I know y'all going to try and come in here and break the Devin glass and that glass. Nope, because Tank a star. Tank is held to a higher standard, right? And if this is a failed event, I'm just going to ask y'all why. Xavier, salute. He says they're calling it Latino night. At least they have Latinos on the card. Canelo had a fight on Mexican Independence Day. No Mexicans was on the card. Right over y'all head, right? The only Mexican on that card had red hair on Mexican Independence Day. Turk Al-Sheikh put a bunch of Latinos on the card.
Whoa!
Don't! But Turk is the bad guy. I know. Louis Henton, salute. I know. I understand. I understand, man. I get it. I understand. So, yeah. Why is it that Bud's out here actually lining things up to get things done, and he's not celebrated as much as Tank and Canelo are celebrated, and they're not fighting their contemporaries? As a matter of fact, Canelo really got one contemporary left. We're asking him for one damn fight. He could fight David Benavidez and quit after that. Like, say, I quit this bitch. I'm not fighting no more. I'd be cool. He's going to the Hall of Fame, man. It's all right. And what freaks me out about his fan base is that they're not holding him accountable. Well, you know, let me say his fan. Let me be clear. Not all, Xavier's right here. Not all Mexicans. Not all of them like him. And I'm talking about legends. Call them out for this all the time. It's not only us. Marquez don't deal with him. Chavez don't deal with him. Eric Morales has called him out. Barrera has called him out. It's like, yo, come on. When all of those names that I mentioned were active, they all, the names I just mentioned, name their contemporaries that they didn't fight. Try it. Humor me. Humor me. All the names I mentioned. Give me a name that they ducked. Give me one. I'll save you the trouble. They haven't. They haven't. They all fought their contemporaries. What's the problem? How's it become hate to ask these guys to do their job? Do you realize how deflating it is for me when I say, oh man, this guy has this belt and this guy right here, this is mandatory. I think this guy could do something with it. This would be a great fight. And then the fight don't happen because this dude want to play politics and nonsense. It's like, yo, what's going on? Wait a minute. What's going on? And then when we say, man, I'd like to see this guy with the belt, fight so-and-so is the mandatory and I don't know what's going on, then this person has a fan base that be like, F you, he could do what he want. He's the A side. Like, yo, hold on. I know he's a star. I know he sells seats. But this guy is his mandatory. Why is that not next? Wait a minute, he's going up in weight? Why? He has work to do right here. Wait a minute, he's going up in weight, but he wants a guy in a one division up north. He wants to meet him at a catch weight and there's no belt on the line. Wait a minute. Or go up 1, 2 weight classes and try and drain a guy. Canelo, Badu Jack, he tried to do that. Badu Jack told him to go to hell. Remember that? Am I lying? That happened. But when we say, yo, look, this looks strange. Why is he avoiding this one mandatory? Well, okay, forget the mandatory. Let's say the guy to his left or right are belt holders, and those are good fights. And he's looking everywhere but to his right and left. Let's say he has 3 belts, and that last person has the last piece to the puzzle, and it's a good fight. Nothing. And then when we're asking, okay, man, you got 3 belts. Why aren't you fighting this guy to complete the last gem to the Infinity Stone, the last Infinity Stone to the gauntlet, and nothing? You looking up in weight, you looking down in weight, and then when you looking up in weight, you want to catch weight people. You looking down in weight, you want to bring them up. And this guy right to your left has the last piece of the puzzle, and you're not doing it, and then you hear weird things like, oh, well, that guy has a belt, but he don't sell. Does that not sound like AJ and Deontay? Oh, he don't sell. Wait, whoa. Don't talk to me about money. That lifestyle that you're living, I paid a portion of that. I've gone to your fights. I've bought your pay-per-views. In a lot of cases, I've talked you up. I've defended you online just for you to spit in my face and do this. All I'm asking you is to fight your contemporary, and you're making all these excuses. I can't deal with you. And then you got the nerve to pop dirty and then lie about it. Canelo, right? All of these guys get on my nerves. Anthony Joshua, Canelo Alvarez, now Tank Davis. But Bud, he played politics. He did. I didn't understand the 60-40, and I ripped him for that. I said, man, this is cut and dry. Right? The business was cut and dry. It was cut and dry. Errol didn't tell you no. He said, I'm going to collect my belts, and then I'm coming for you. He did that. The 60-40 thing, and then when he talked about the Al Heyman, Paul, what up? The Al Heyman conversation he had, I wish Bud didn't get online and try and articulate that because it sounded all messed up. But as it turns out, he said one pipe bomb in that whole thing. Al Heyman told him, I'm not letting anybody touch this fight. I was like, ooh. I don't think Bud is lying about that. And then here come Floyd Mayweather. That fight's not happening until I announce it. And I said, well, what does Floyd have to do with any of this? Super Mac time, salute. Where you been? Shogun, salute. I was like, huh? Wait. There's something more going on in this. And then Errol, I feel like I'm being played. I said, who's he talking about? Oh, he was talking about Al. And when he separated himself from all of that stuff, the fight got made. And I said I could respect that. That's done. I told Bo Mac, I said, man, that business had nothing to do with us. I know Bud had to leave, but I said, you tell Bud that we said thank you. We told Errol thank you, because when they put all that bull crap aside, they got the fight done. 1, 2, 3. And as a supporter of the sport, I appreciate those brothers for doing it. I appreciate Errol for getting it done. I appreciate Bud for getting it done. Bud is out here getting things done. He's getting it done. He just wanted it to be fair. Cologne 357 says, how is Bud putting in work fighting fighters with only 10 fights in struggle? He said fighting fighters, you mean plural. So give me all the fighters he fought that have only 10 fights that he struggled. Go. Because Cologne just walked in here and remember what I always say, check the temperature in the room, you always get one. Did I not say about 10 minutes ago, respect the road traveled? Joe Townsend in the building, salute. Respect the road traveled. Look at the results of Bud. Undisputed at 140, undisputed at 147 by defeating, in dominating fashion, his major contemporary in Errol Spence Jr. Right? A fight that I thought Errol was going to win. Boy, was I wrong. I don't mind being proven wrong when the fighter that I think is going to win loses to his number one rival. I don't mind, because that's the best fighting the best. I don't mind. That's cool. You know why? Bud proved it. That's all. How many times you hear me say it? You think that guy, I told the Bud fans, you think he beats Errol? Take the 60-40, prove it. That's it. When Errol got away from Al and Floyd and all that influence, got the fight done. And Bud proved it. You gotta respect that. Period. Mr. Shelton, salute. Cologne, please tell me. Name the fighters. He really means one guy, but let's play the game. You said, let me highlight this. This is why it's not smart to do this with me. And this is not what this show is about. I really don't like going back and forth with people. Shemaine, salute. He said, how is Bud putting in work fighting fighters, plural? That means more than one, with only 10 fights and struggle, plural. Fighters, plural. He really means one guy. But you said fighters. Mr. Colon, I know your English ain't that bad. But you have to be very direct and mean what you say. I'm going to hold you by your word. You said fighters, and I just asked you to do something. So I know you're going on Google and BoxRec right now, so I'm going to give you time. And I'm going to leave this comment right here, because we're going to get back to it. How is Bud putting in work fighting fighters with only 10 fights in struggle? Let's go over here. Can y'all put in the chat how many fights Guillermo Rigondeaux had before he got to Lomachenko? Go. MJ Total Health and Wellness. Salute. How many fights did Guillermo Rigondeaux have before he got to Lomachenko? How many fights did he have? Y'all could look it up. I was at that fight, by the way, screaming at the Hulu Theater, let's go check out, let's go check out. And he walked by my aisle, and I literally was like, oh my God. I knew he was small. I didn't know he was that small. And then Loma came out the other end, and I'm pause. And I looked. Loma was about 150 pounds. And I said, damn it. Damn it. Well, let's go and check out. It didn't work out for him. It didn't work out for him. But you know what? We know the truth. El Chacal was ducked by 4 major fighters. They openly ducked him. Frampton, Quigg, Mares, Santa Cruz. Those guys all fought each other and froze out El Chacal. He had to go up to fight Loma, lost, and they stripped him of his belt that he didn't lose in the ring. And we were in here going crazy for El Chacal. Like, yo, that's not fair. Why is no one talking about how he got frozen out? Huh? But never mind that. I asked the question. How many fights did Rigondeaux have before he got to Lomachenko? Go. Anybody? Anybody? Mr. Colon, you know. DOG, salute. You wanna? What? Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, first of all, you're a real channel. I just want to make sure. Let's go to his box rec because I like to be accurate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 fights before he got to Vasily Lomachenko. Now, watch this. How many fights did he have before he got to our brother Nonito Donaire? Let's count backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Guillermo Rigondeaux had 11 fights before he got to Nonito. Nonito's a Hall of Fame fighter. That's my brother. We watched that fight. Guillermo won. He won it. It was at Radio City right here in New York. Okay? So, Mr. Colon, you really mean, are you still here, by the way? Because we're having I'm engaging with you. This isn't an argument. I'm not cursing at you or whatever. I just went to your page, your real page. You started your page in 2012. I'm going to assume you saw Canelo's picture in my meme and you're here playing special teams prevent on the goal line. And that's cool, but you said something. You said something. And I'm just holding you to it by your words. You said, how is Bud putting in work, fighting fighters with only 10 fights and struggle? You mean his last fight? I'm open to have the conversation, but you said fighters. So I said, name the other fighters that had 10 fights that gave Bud trouble. Because it doesn't match. Bud, how many knockouts Bud Crawford has? He's smoking people. Undisputed in 2 weight classes. The second weight class he became undisputed in, he smoked his contemporary. He smoked him. and then moved up and said, okay, you can't make 147. Let's do it again at 154. We've yet to see the fight. I speak at the facts. As per Henry Garcia. If you're here for the first time, when I say that, I'm mocking Henry Garcia. I speak at the facts. So in his last fight, he didn't look so good, according to y'all. According to y'all, you saying he struggled. Okay, if you want to say that, we could go with that if you want to go with that. But he won. He won. Hey, watch this. Bud won in his last fight. But I'm willing to bet you think that Canelo Alvarez really won against Gennady Golovkin the first time. Are you here, Cologne 357? Are you still here? You see how that works? You gotta be careful. You absolutely have to be careful. You see why, guys, you see why I don't do debates? Because they don't last long, because people like this come in. Oh, Bud putting in work, but he struggled in his last fight. What does that have to do with the work he's putting in? So you find out his last opponent is tough. Don't you want Bud in there with tough competition? He ain't take no light work. Watch this. He took his first fight at 54 was that. And it wasn't easy, but he prevailed. What was Canelo trying to do? Fight Badou Jack, a cruiserweight champion, and drain him down 18 pounds, Mr. Cologne? Did you know that? And that's why Badou Jack said, go to hell. If you want to fight me for my belt, you're coming up for my belt. I'm not draining down 8. Badou Jack's not fat. You want to drain that man 18 pounds? For what? A payday? For your belt? So you can fight at cruiserweight? You want to drain him at 18 pounds, but capture the cruiserweight title just so it could look good on your resume. Badou ain't sell his soul for money. He said, nah, I'm not doing that. How about I give you the finger, and while you're at it, why don't you go fight David Benavidez? Uh-oh. Mr. Cologne, that's what happened. And I'm talking to you very respectfully. I'm not calling you out your name. I'm just giving you a history. Respect the road travel. I don't care. The conversation is not who struggled. The conversation is who's getting in there. Bud is fighting his contemporaries. Period. And he's gonna do it again at 154. Hey, Bud, Fondora, smoke. Rematch for Errol, smoke. Let's get it. Bud is doing what we want every fighter to do. What is the problem? That's putting in work. Meanwhile, your man Canelo, let's play the game. 2016, he fought Amir Khan. Stop right there. Are you sure you want to have this conversation with me? By the way, I asked you, Mr. Cologne, and I gave you a lot of time to go to BoxRec or whatever. Oh, Jason, yeah, I saw your comment, and you're absolutely right. I mean, we stood in the pocket more thorough for Rigondeaux than they did, but that's just me. Rigo don't even speak English. And we were like, yo, WTF, man. The injustice is crazy, but they ain't go to bat for him. We did, but whatever. The man speaks Spanish, but he looked like he's from Ghana. But whatever. Amir Khan. I'm like, okay. Why is he? Who bought that? That was a pay-per-view. Who bought that? I didn't. I knew I was going to end. I was on Facebook at the time, and I was just scrolling. I said, "Oh, the fight's over." I knew because people started posting it. And I messaged my boy Dave. I said, "Yo, how did it end?" You know, he responded exactly how you said it would. I said, "What round?" And he told me the round. I said, "Okay." And he said it was ugly. I thought he killed him. I said, "Okay." And I went to YouTube, and somebody already posted it. And then the memes began. I said, "Okay, there it was." I wasn't doing content at the time. I said, "Oh, okay, there it is. There it is." Okay. So we talking about putting in work. So Amir Khan. Liam Smith. Did you ask for that? Did you pay for that? Okay. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I didn't ask for that because he was a phony. Cesar Chavez Jr. is a phony. All right? I did ask for Triple G. And he if they fought to a draw. How you feel is how you feel. Big boss, salute. How you feel is how you feel. All right? You want to talk about putting in work when he struggled, right? Are we talking about struggling? What was you trying to do? Discredit Bud's last opponent? Because the guy only had 10 fights? So what are you trying? Come on, where'd you go, brother? We're having a conversation, right? You came in and disturbed the classroom, so now you're getting the attention that you want, and you don't want to type no more? Did you leave? 704 Joe, salute. See, this is what these cats do. When you engage with them, now he's reading a sentence like, oh, fighters. So I said, name the other fighter that Bud struggled with that had only 10 fights. Go. And he left. I said, go, and he left. No, I meant go. Answer the question. You've had a lot of time. I didn't know the amount of fights plays an important part. No, don't block him. Don't block him. I didn't know the amount of fights that he had, that a fighter has, plays an important part on what they do in the ring. Because Guillermo Rigondeaux had 11 fights by the time he got to Donaire, and he beat him. And Guillermo Rigondeaux's best win was his best win was also his worst loss, because he got blackballed after that. He got punished for beating our brother Nonito. He got punished. He was froze out of everything, and nobody stood in the pocket for him. And who was on? I wasn't doing content at that time, but I was on Facebook. I was beefing about that. I said, "Come on, why they doing that to him? You win, you're supposed to get rewarded for winning." He got punished, and look at him now. He got punished. What did they say about him, by the way? He's boring. Wow, figures. He's boring. How do you market a Cuban that doesn't speak English that's black as hell? How do you market that? Man, Cubans barely want to market that. Yuriorkis Gamboa is from the same country, but he looks a lot different. His hair ain't nappy. You don't want to go there with me. I know exactly why that was done to Rigo. I know exactly why he couldn't get a fight, had to go up 2 weight classes and fight Lomachenko. Lomachenko said it at the end of the fight. Yeah, he's the best, but in his own weight class. Then he tries to go back down. They strip him. Why? 4 fighters in his division ducked him. None of you held him accountable. Why? So, Mr. Colon, I know what you're trying to say, and I know who you're trying to stand in the pocket for, but it's not going to work out for you. Not here. I asked you a question, brother, and I've been very, very polite. You said Bud struggles with fighters with only 10 fights. How is that putting in work? Well, how is it putting in work when you struggle against Gennady Golovkin, a guy that I said Canelo would school? Once again, let me remind you, I know you're here just listening. You couldn't answer the question. You're not a boxing fan. You're a fan of a fighter, and that's cool. But let me give you a little history of me. When that fight was announced, I was running around on Facebook saying that Canelo absolutely schools Gennady Golovkin. The presser was in New York. I was there. There was a group of Mexicans. I said, give me that flag. And I was waving the flag in the theater. And they were like, hey, it looked like a soccer game. At one point, I was a Canelo supporter, huge. Gets in there with Gennady Golovkin, fights to a draw. I said, Gennady's better than I thought. Gets the draw. I said, hey, man. And then what happened? Didn't Canelo pop dirty? Freeze. He what? I said, okay. Okay. And you know I'm skipping mad stuff, right? You remember when it was time for him to face Gennady Golovkin? Cologne? Remember when it was time for him to face him? What did he do? He literally pulled a Riddick Bowe. Literally. At that time. Mauricio Suleiman said, hey, great, you fight Gennady. He said, F you. Dump the belt. Did he not do that? Did he not do that? That's what he did. And I'm like, ooh. Now, I was on Facebook at the time. When I turned my phone on, I already knew what I was going to get. My phone was vibrating. What's up with your boy? What's up with your boy? I ain't defend him. I said, I don't know. Maybe I have more faith in him than he has in himself. I can't defend that. He dumped the belt instead of fighting Gennady. And then fought Amir Khan. Let's go through it. He dumped the belt, right? And he fought Amir Khan, Liam Smith, Cesar Chavez Jr., and then fought Gennady Golovkin and had the nerve to fight him to a draw. And then fights him a second time and pops dirty. Mr. Cologne, what am I supposed to do with that? Chat, did I lie on Canelo just now? Did I even call him out his name? Did I not give you an accurate timeline as to what it was to be a Canelo fan? When a fighter that you support leaves you standing there like, it's time to call it how it is. It's time to call it how it is. Oh, word? Big ups to Undisputed. Get Ryan the F up out of here. Good. But anyway, Mr. Cologne, you haven't responded, or did you just throw a rock and leave? Was that hate on Bud? Because now the latest flex is Bud is saying, once I'm done here, the war report in the building. Once I'm done here, I'm coming for Canelo. Is that what this was all about? But let's take it a step back. All of that stuff he did, all that posturing, fighting people we ain't asked him to fight. Then when he fights Gennady Golovkin, who was his contemporary, he fought to a draw, rematched him, beat him more convincingly, but they had the nerve to pop dirty after. And then played in our face and said it was bad meat I ate in Mexico. You a millionaire. You don't eat the same meat that the people in Mexico eat. You have access to the top tier stuff. And then Robert Garcia says, man, that's what they all say. All Mexicans go down there and pop dirty and say it was because I had some burritos off the street. They all say that. Robert Garcia said that. I've never been to Mexico in my life. He said that, not me. So when I'm saying, look, I'm everything but the son of God. Mr. Cologne, 357, have I lied on him yet? I've asked you a question, so you deflect and go all the way back to how is Bud putting in work when he struggled against fighters, plural, meaning more than one, with 10 fights or less. As if that never happened before. And I used the example of our brother Nonito Donaire and Guillermo Rigondeaux. By the time he got to Donaire, he only had 11 fights. And he won against a Hall of Fame fighter. Your point is what? And that was Bud's first fight at 154. What's your point again? And he went up there and didn't say, hey, I'm the A side in this, so you got to come down to 148. He didn't do any of that. 154 means 154. Canelo. 168 means 168. Cruiserweight, what is that, 190 something? That's what that means. That don't mean drain Badu Jack 18 pounds. Thank you. Thank you, odd fella. By his logic, Benavidez shouldn't fight Morrell Jr. Make that make sense, Mr. Colon. I'm asking you, these are real questions, brother. What did you think you walk into? If I'm joking around, and I'll let you know I'm joking. But this is some serious stuff. David Morrell Jr. has how many fights? He don't even have 15. But due to his work rate and him calling for the smoke and Ronnie Shields in his corner, we're holding him to a high standard. Why not? Wait a minute. Mr. Colon, P57, wait a minute. I'm giving you a lot of time. Wait a minute. How many title shots did Vasily Lomachenko get by the time he had double-digit victories, double-digit fights in his professional career?
Whoa!
What? And what's worse is Vasily Lomachenko lost his second pro fight to Orlando Salido. And what's worse is his fan base didn't care to make him run that back and correct it. Not one time have you ever said, well, I don't know you. But I didn't see anybody saying that Loma's not putting in work. Uh-oh. Captain America, Steve Rogers, I could do this all day. I don't say things just to say it. If I'm joking, I'll let you know I'm joking. What I'm talking about here is not a joke. Odd fella, that's perfect. David Morrell Jr. is ready now. He's ready now. I think he's shown it. But what do we know? You know, the eye test, you know, we're just fans, right? Oh, word, Mr. Shelton? Good. Remove that missing member of Menudo. Y'all remember Menudo? Shout out to Ricky Martin. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, when you address people with logic and ask them questions, they disappear, and he's probably watching. They have nothing to say. You ain't got to scream and curse or whatever. You know, I just addressed it. You want to discredit Bud because his first fight at 54, it went the distance and he had a hard fight? Did you do the same when he finally fought after ducking Gennady Golovkin? He finally fought him and fought him to a draw, then rematched him, looked a lot better, and then had the nerve to pop dirty? Had the nerve to pop dirty? Is that Hall of Fame stuff right there? Oh yeah, odd fella. Hell yeah. Yup. Andy Cruz too. We could do this all day. But Mr. Colon, you know, shout out to you. Come back and try and, you know, when I go on another Canelo truth-telling spree, come on back and try and drop a question or make a statement and think you're smart. Make yourself think you're smart. Or if he's not here, you know, he's probably one of those fellas, yeah, you know, I told Drew Titan something. Just rewind, because I gave you a lot of time. I gave you about maybe, 15 minutes of facts, and I used BoxRec to support what I'm saying. So your man Pop's dirty. He ducks Triple G. He actually dumped the belt, the WBC belt. Dumped it. Right? They had, 3 fights in between that we didn't ask for. And then when he fights Triple G, has the nerve to fight him to a draw. He struggled. Go figure that. And then rematches him, looks a hell of a lot better. But then Pop's dirty. I got more. When it was time for him to face Jamal Charlo, remember that? What happened? I'll let y'all tell it. What happened? Mr. Colon, I know you're watching. I'd like to think you're watching because I'm not lying on Canelo. That's not what this is. I'm saying Bud is putting in real work and Canelo and Tank are spitting in the faces of their fans. And I'm backing it up with facts. I speak of the facts. Tell me what he did. Y'all tell me. When it was time for him to fight Jamal Charlo. And then this was when we was introduced to this foolishness. Mr. Colon, you remember this? The franchise belt? You remember that? Huh? You remember that? Better question. Where is it now? Where are they now? Because to my knowledge, I think there were 3. Mr. Colon, do you remember the criteria to get a franchise belt? It had to get voted on by the people in the WBC. But what was the major thing? The first thing. The first criteria in order for you to get a franchise belt. You had to request it. And then they vote on it. And then they say thumbs up or thumbs down. So I said, the first franchise status is Canelo Alvarez. Do you mean he requested it? Or was it offered? I'm confused. It's the first one, so it was invented. So who invented it? The WBC. They had to. I was like, wait a minute. It sounds like Canelo said, I'm not fighting Jamal. Get me out of this, Mauricio. And they put their heads together. Got it. Well, I said, well, okay, only franchise status. Okay, fine. But that means nothing. And then you find out. Now watch this, y'all. Then you find out. You find out you can't be both at the same time. So if you accept the franchise status, you got to vacate the real belt. The real belt, the green belt with all the history on it. You know, the belt, when you hold it, you see Marvin Hagler's picture on it, Muhammad Ali's picture on it, and all these other legends on it. You got to get rid of that one. The one with all the history attached to it. Delano, salute. All the history attached to it. Get rid of that and accept this new concept, as he called it. So wait a minute. All of that because you don't want to beat up Jamal Charlo, because that's what Canelo fans were saying. He beats him. I said, cool. What did I say? After all of this stuff, the drugs and everything else, I said, cool. You still think Canelo beats him? Great. That fight was hot at the time. Jamal was on all cylinders. He wanted all the smoke. Him and his brother running around. Lions in the camp. Woo, woo, woo. And at that time, I said, yo, I think he beats Canelo. But how do we find out? They got to fight, right? They got to fight. That's all I said. And what happened? Not the fight. A franchise belt happened, and the fight didn't happen. And today, I don't even want the fight now because Jamal is whacked out of his skull. But today, as of right now, October 3rd, 2024, we don't know. And now it's because of the A side, Canelo Alvarez. So while Bud is putting in work, Canelo has developed a track record of doing shit like that. I'm supposed to respect that? For what? Why? 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 Tell me why. Tell me why. World Constrictor salute. Tell me why. Why am I supposed to respect that? Because he has red hair? You respect it why, Cologne? Because y'all speak the same language? Because y'all are probably from the same town, same country? I don't know. Why do you respect that unconditionally? You see, I'm a boxing supporter. I don't respect cowardice. That was cowardice. He didn't fight Jamal Charlo because he was a coward. He ducked Gennady Golovkin because he was a coward. And then he said, it's out my system. Watch, I'm still on Canelo right now. It's out my system. I don't want a third fight. I don't need a third fight. I'm on the bigger and better things. Goes up to fight Bivol, gets his ass beat. And then we get a third Golovkin fight. Why? While Bud is putting in real work, Canelo and Tank fans get spat on. Am I lying? Now you could be in your feelings. Oh yeah, Rod, that was the second criteria, right? Oh, and by the way, did anybody call Jamal Charlo an email champion? Because he ended up with the belt, right? Did he have to fight for it? Take me through it, because I don't remember. Because I was so mad that Canelo ducked him. Did he vacate it and Jamal had to fight for it? Is that how it happened? And who was the fight, by the way? Because I don't remember. But I know people they did not want to talk about. And see, when they start doing that, I have to distance myself from the fighter. I used to support Canelo Alvarez, but when he started doing that, I said I can't support this. This is crazy. And that was my journey as a Canelo supporter. I can't. G. McCall says no. That he they just gave it to him? They just gave it to Jamal? I don't remember, y'all. Help me out. Help me out. He didn't vacate it and then and then Jamal had to fight somebody for it. I don't remember. Maul was Superman style. Yeah. Does anybody remember? Did he have to fight for that belt? Did Canelo drop the belt and Jamal fought somebody, and if he lost to that person would have became WBC champion? Was it one of those things? I don't remember. I remember being enraged, like, oh my God, we're not getting this fight because of this guy. They just gave it to Jamal? Is that how it worked? Because emails was around back then too. Anybody know? Who did Jamal Charlo beat for the WBC belt? That's my question. I know Mr. Colon, he's gone. He thought this was just a clown session. He thought he could just come in here and discredit Bud and leave. No, we back up everything here with facts. That's it. I'll let you know when it's my opinion. Main Biker says no fight. Maul just got the belt. Isn't that an email? Isn't that exactly what Loma did to Devin? That's exact. Wow. Deontay Wilder was never offered a franchise status and he never asked for one. Gary Russell Jr. was never offered a franchise status and he never asked for one. So Maul never fought for the WBC strap that he had. It was given to him by Canelo because Canelo wanted the franchise status. Ain't that something? But Maul wasn't the email champion. And like I said, never mind, I said, you know what? You should, email champion, you should have your chest poked out with that. You know why? Because of the dude that sent the email. Loma sent Devin that email. Fight? No. Here, take it. Canelo, same shit. Jamal Charlo? No. Here, take it. The duck belt. But yeah, right? Let's go back to Canelo's box rec. He faces Rocky Fielding because he had a slap on the wrist with that suspension. So it's like whatever. Faces Rocky Fielding, Daniel Jacobs, Sergey Kovalev, right there. Didn't ask for that. Goes up in weight and fights Sergey Kovalev. After Sergey had that hard fight with Anthony Yard, then he felt it was safe. Goes back down to fight Caleb Smith, right? There was some COVID in the middle of that. I ain't asked for that. I ain't asked for Daniel Jacobs. Okay, I'll give you that. Okay, I didn't ask for Kovalev. I didn't ask for Caleb Smith. I definitely didn't ask for Avni fucking Yildirim. I didn't ask for that. I did not ask for that. Who paid for that, bro? Whole time, he's over on DAZN draining the swamp. $200, $300 million. Avni Yildirim? You know what's crazy about the Avni Yildirim fight? You want to know what's crazy? And me and Stormy talk about this a lot. That night he fought Abner Yildirim. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure my facts is correct. I believe the night that he fought Abner Yildirim, that same night, that was February 27th, 2021. That same night, you know who was fighting somewhere else? Anthony Durrell. Same weight class. Can I ask, why didn't he at least fight Anthony Durrell? A bigger name and a way better opponent. And by the way, wasn't Abner Yildirim Canelo Alvarez's sparring partner? And he demanded that fight. He didn't have to take that fight. Canelo fans, did you pay for that? It was like, wait a minute, who the hell is Abner Yildirim? Why is he? Wow. Abner Yildirim got a payday, y'all. Payday, you want payday? I know that. He could have been for Demetrius Andrade like back in 2016, he didn't do it. He still hasn't done it. Because Andrade's first loss is against a guy that he won't fight anyway, and David Benavidez. Do I need to keep going? Mr. Colon, you still throwing rocks, or you still didn't answer my question? Bud's putting in work, but you're saying, okay, you're trying to say he looked bad in his last fight. It's his first stand at 154 against a real 154-pounder. He didn't catch weight him, things that Canelo does, things that Tank does. He didn't do that. He went in there and got the job done. You're saying he struggled. So what? He got in there, and he won. Now what? And he's calling out your man. Oh, yeah, slip the jab. Mr. Shelton just told me, yeah, I'm a clown Ryan for that. Absolute clown. Absolute clown. You getting removed from video games because, I don't know how it's made up, but I believe every fighter in those games, they get, I don't know how it works. They get a percentage of units sold, or I don't know. They've got to pay you to use your likeliness on these games. Now Ryan Garcia's not in it. He's just losing money, and I love it. He's going to have to be making this booty clap on OnlyFans for real. So all you Ryan fans, get ready for the GoFundMe and Cash App him and Zelle and all of that stuff. I love it. Sue him to death. That's how I feel. And salute to Trill Bill and salute to BFTB. I was watching their Instagram live last night. That was awesome. Yeah, they won't even allow you to make him. They took his hair out of the game. Yeah. You can't make it because these games have created characters. You can't even make them. On Fight Night Round 4, on Fight Night Champion, Geo James Salute, the characters that didn't make the game, when you go to the created character, their nicknames are there. Or last names. For instance, Nate Campbell's not in the game, but the nickname, the Galaxy Warrior, is there. So that tells you that they want you to make him as a character. What's the other guy? The last name, Urango. Y'all remember Juan Urango? Juan Urango? His last name, that's an odd, I'm not gonna say odd, that's a unique last name to be in the game. But you could look at it like, okay, oh man, they didn't have time to make these guys, but their name, either their nickname or last name is in there. Urango, oh, so they want you to make it Juan Urango. The Dark Destroyer. They didn't want to say Black Destroyer. They said Dark Destroyer. Who's the Dark Destroyer? That nickname is in Fight Night Champion. Who's the Black Destroyer? Let's see how many of y'all know. Who's the Black Destroyer? But on Fight Night Champion, the nickname the Dark Destroyer is there. Who's that? Y'all don't know? I bet y'all don't know. Who's the Black Destroyer? Yeah, Mr. Ben, but there was another one. There was another one. You're right, Hassan, but there was another one. There was another one. Yeah, Mr. Nigel Benn, yeah. There was another one. There was another one. Heavyweight. Yeah, Black Martial Arts Society. He sure did. Oh, no. You're right, Stormy. The Dark Destroyer. Who's the Black Destroyer? You couldn't. I'm gonna tell you something interesting about that game, and I'm gonna get back to regular boxing. They didn't want to put Black Destroyer on that game because it sounds too edgy. I get it, but they clearly wanted you to make Ernie Shavers on that game and Nigel Benn. But watch this. They have something called bare knuckle mode on there. And one of the stages on bare knuckle mode is jail. It's called the pen. You're fighting in jail. There's only 2 characters you can't pick for that mode. Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali. For obvious reasons. Both of them did time in prison. For unjust reasons. Because I don't think Mike did that. Ain't that crazy? I was like, yo, why I can't pick? And I said, oh, I know why. Bare knuckle mode, when one of the stages is you're fighting in jail. When you pick the pen, you can't pick Ali. And if y'all have the game, try and do it. You can't pick Muhammad Ali and you can't pick Mike Tyson. They're not even up there. Unless something's changed. Not on my game, I have it. I still play it. I just found that interesting. Yeah, I still got my PS3. That's the only game I play on that now. Guy Dickinson says, Yildirim was a WBC mandatory. Now the crazy part, he was coming off a loss to Anthony Durrell, but oh shoot, remained a mandatory so Canelo could fight. You know, I do remember a certain channel that I don't follow anymore saying that he was coming off of a loss to Durrell. Stormy, we spoke about this. Durrell fought on the same night that Canelo fought. As a matter of fact, there was a UFC event that same night. Black Martial Arts Society. Am I wrong on that? Wasn't there? Because didn't Canelo prolong his fight so the UFC could get their main event out the way before he came into the ring? So I remember something like that. Y'all remember that? But Gary, I vaguely remember that. But I know Anthony fought. So wait a minute. Not only is he fighting his sparring partner, but he's fighting a dude that was coming off a loss to a dude that fought on the same night in another part of the country, where he was supposed to be fighting Anthony Durrell. That's what we were saying. He was supposed to be fighting him. Well, he could have been fighting him, but he fought Abney fucking Yildirim. Bro. Right hand dog, they waited for the UFC event to be like that. I remember. So that's crazy. I vaguely remember that, Gary. I do remember. Wow. There was a lot of moving parts in that. But Canelo fans, did y'all buy that? Yeah, Focus Ball. Yeah, he fought for he fought in the eliminator the same night. You mean to tell me he couldn't do that? I might have paid for that. But Abney Yildirim? Come on, bro. Cologne 357, are you still here? I mean, why haven't you? I asked you to do one thing 30 minutes ago. You haven't done it. And you see, this is why the chat's important, because I don't remember everything. But that I do remember. The UFC was on that same night. Anthony Durrell was fighting that same night. Abner Yildirim was a chosen opponent. We didn't have to do it. But I forgot that he was coming off of a loss. So when I say Bud's putting in real work, by the way, y'all, how many losses did his last opponent have prior to meeting Bud? Anybody? But Mr. Cologne 357 wants to come in here and talk about he struggled against a guy with 10 fights. Okay? Our good brother, Nonito Donaire, lost to Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux only had 11 pro fights. What are you talking about? Tay, salute. I'm Amanda, salute. What are you talking about? Our brother Oddfella came in here, the War Report came in here and said, by that logic, that means David Morrell Jr. is not ready for anything. David Morrell, he's not ready for, what are we talking about? How many opportunities did Vasily Lomachenko get prior to him getting 11 fights? How many opportunities did he get? How many title shots did he get between fights 1 and 10, with his second pro fight being a loss? How many title shots did he get between fights 1 and 10? I'll wait. So, Mr. Cologne 357, this isn't just a blind dragging of these guys. And I didn't really even get the Tank. Did I lie? Can I ask y'all a question? Be honest. Did I lie on Canelo at all? Or is my opinions based off of facts? I just took you through why I don't support Canelo as a boxing supporter anymore. I just told you. I said, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. Can I ask y'all a question? Does Bud have a belt at 154? Does Bud Crawford have a belt at 154? Does Bud Crawford have a belt at 154? Yes or no? Did his last opponent have a belt at 154? Let me speed this up. I really was hoping that because you know I oh man, they tearing Tank's ass up. Just how he likes it. Bud Crawford is now the WBA champion at 154. Who did he beat for that belt? I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. I'm going somewhere with this. He's now the WBA champion, right? Professor X, salute to you, good brother. Much love and appreciation, man. I'm going somewhere with this. I swear to God I am. So, okay, let me speed this up. He fought and defeated Madrimov. Right? Madrimov with 10 fights was basically in a title fight. So why the focus on struggling against a guy with only 10 fights when that guy was in the ring for a belt in the first goddamn place? That must have meant he was good. And he proved to be good. Better than we thought. So I don't know what the problem is. Why the focus on the amount of fights? Mr. Cologne. I know what you thought this was. But I hope you was thoroughly educated. If you know, you could put your ego aside and you know, you could put your personal flag waving, I'll say that, aside, and just pay attention to what we do here. Because Canelo's spitting in your face. For you not to be on his bumper for not fighting David Benavidez or David Morrell, his contemporaries. Because he could have fought David Morrell anytime he wanted, and he could have fought David Benavidez. He could still fight him. Oh, by the way, Mr. Cologne, your boy Canelo, and yes, that's your boy. I went to your channel. I saw all kinds of salsa music, so I know what time it is, bro. And that's okay. But he told us that all Benavidez has to offer is an additional 20 pounds on fight night. Edgar Berlanga came in at 193 pounds on fight night. The bout was sanctioned at 168. They made weight. He rehydrated to 193. He didn't put no clauses on him. Okay? Here's what you don't know or ignore it. David Benavidez went up to 175, light heavyweight. Right? Right? He rehydrated to an astounding 189 pounds. 189 is lesser than 193, right? So tell me why he's not fighting David Benavidez again? Look it up. When Benavidez moved up in weight to a higher weight class, he rehydrated to 189, which is lighter than Edgar Berlanga when he fought Canelo. Please. Please. So can we stop with the foolishness, man? I say things for a reason. So Canelo's spitting in your face. Instead of saying, man, get out of here, don't do that to me, you're like this. I want it all. I didn't spend much time on Tank. You already know. His next fight, Lamont Roach, that's the loogie right there. The sensei says he was champion. Just because you don't know him doesn't mean he's nobody. It actually speaks volumes of your lack of boxing acumen. Just because y'all didn't know Madrimov, that doesn't mean he wasn't good. Remember, they did that to Rigo all the way up until he fought Nonito. Nobody knows him. Who cares? He's Cuban. How old is he really? He looked like he's 50 years old. Yeah, you said all of that. But I know Frampton, Quigg, Mares, and Santa Cruz ain't fighting him. Nonito was the only person that stepped up to the plate. And then after he beats a Hall of Famer, that was his worst win in the world because he really got blackballed then. They said, oh, he beat Nonito? No. Nobody's fighting him. And that's what they did to him. Where's the justice? Where's the justice? Xavier says it wasn't 193, but Berlanga said in a recent interview that he was 205. That's why he wants to fight AJ. Look at that. Look at that. He was 205 pounds on fight night. Listen, if you still stand in the pocket for Canelo, that's fine. But that's straight tribalism. And just say that's what it is. Just say it's what it is. And he could do no wrong. Just say that. I respect it more. That is disgusting. There's no excuse for him to not be fighting his contemporaries. No excuse. So Bud's out here getting it done. He's at 154. If you say, yo, man, what about Tim Tszyu? Run it. Fundora, he just said, run it. Errol, I've been saying run it. Jamel, run it. Jamal, run it. He's not ducking no smoke. He wants to become undisputed at 54, but in the midst of he has the next 2 wins, if he gets his next 2 wins, he wants to go to 168 and fight Canelo. And I get one Canelo fan in here to do a drive-by with Bud. You know why he did that? Because now Bud is mentioned in the same sentence as Canelo. He don't like that. And if you talk to a lot of pros, a lot of trainers, and I know some of those guys, they say things and it's a grain of salt. I get it. But a lot of pros say Bud provides the same issues, if not worse, to Canelo that Floyd did. And low key, 1 minute, y'all. Sorry about that. Low key, a lot of the pros feel Bud provides those same problems, if not worse. You know why? Because Bud is going to go for it. Now, it could be a mistake. It could be a mistake going for it. Or he could possibly hurt Canelo. They're like the same height, and Bud got a bigger reach. Bud's a puncher. Now everyone's looking at Madrimov and saying, oh, well, you know, he gave him a problem. How Madrimov was bouncing around the ring and giving angles, he fought a very good fight. Canelo don't fight like that. Canelo doesn't have good feet, and he fights in the pocket. We know styles make fights. Bud's going to make him work. It's not going to be as easy as it is. I'm not saying that he beats Canelo. I'm saying it's interesting. And now that people are looking at it saying, yo, you know what? Remember Floyd? Floyd didn't have a punch, but he couldn't touch him. Oh, but Madrimov was touching him. But does Canelo fight like that? Or herky-jerky? No, he don't. He don't. And Bud was getting hit that fight. He was eating him. Oh, but he don't hit as hard as Canelo. You don't know that. You don't know that. Oh, how could that be? Well, Deontay Wilder is the lightest heavyweight, and everybody was cognizant of that right hand. They didn't want to take it from a 210-pound heavyweight. Because if that lands, it's night-night. So you don't know if Madrimov punches as hard. You don't know that. But whatever, we have to see it. But now we're that much closer. Bud has 2 or 3 more solid wins at 154. Guess what? He's fighting his contemporaries. There's no light work. He came right up in there and fought for a belt and won it. Now he's a champion. Now he wants the other champions. Who are the other champions? Fundora. Backroom. Well, Fundora got 2 belts. Errol Spence is still there. Tim Tszyu is ranked number 1 in the WBO. Erickson Lubin is ranked number 3 in the IBF. That's a good fight. You don't have to deal with Charles Conwell if you don't have to. Yo, Bud could clean this up by summertime. He could clean this up. He really can. He really can. 2 fights, he could clean this up. Fundora got 2 belts. He could fight Fundora and snatch 2 belts and be unified, and then Backroom is left. What if Bud becomes undisputed by next summer? Or like, by next winter, what if he's undisputed at 154? That's 3 divisions. That's Hall of Fame stuff off the bat. And he's fought his contemporaries. Between now and next winter, what is Canelo doing? Trying to catch weight people? What is Tank doing? You got 5 or 6 fights left on your prime deal. You can't even get in the ring with Shakur. You won't even challenge Devin. You're letting Tio call you all kinds of monkeys and bananas and shit. You're not doing anything. And that's what you guys celebrate? And Bud's out here putting in work, getting it done? While he's fighting his contemporaries, these guys are spitting in your face. And you like it.
Bukaki.
Right in the face. Why?
Man crush.
Y'all love these guys on the level that when I was in junior high school and high school, when those girls used to take the posters out of their favorite rappers or R&B singers and hang them on their wall in their room, teenagers sitting on the phone, on their pink phones, clapping their feet behind them, fantasizing that they're gonna, oh, this is my husband, I'll be sure it's my husband, that type of thing. That's how y'all feel about Canelo and Tank. Y'all don't want them to fight their contemporaries. Y'all are scared of the possible outcome. All I'm saying is, every fighter that I support, I'm like, good. He should fight this guy, and this guy. And if they don't, I'm like, why? Whoa. Why you not what you guys do? Who's his contemporary? That might be a problem. Yeah, my guy ain't got to do that. Nope. Not my baby. Not my baby. Not my...
Man crush.
What are you, a homo?
Bukaki.
Right in the face. Y'all are not me. This era is in error. I say it all the time. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, the Super Chat. This is boxing, y'all. Y'all like getting spat in the face? That's cool. That's cool. But your favorite fighter might be a sucker. Check the work. And check what he's not doing. You guys are weird. I think the general's on. Let's head over there. Y'all stay blessed, man. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Bukaki.